All right, so let's dive into this whole affiliate marketing thing, especially in 2025. I've got your notes here and some articles. Looks like you're trying to figure out if it's, if it's still a viable way to make money online, and if it is, how to actually make it work, right?
Yeah, for sure. I actually think it's interesting that you've got this mix of perspectives and the sources you sent. Like, you've got that piece by Charlie Chang, who's super optimistic, right?
Mhm.
Talking about a $17 billion industry, 88% of retailers having these programs. But then, you've also got Aaron Chen's story, and that's, well, it's a little bit more, I guess you could say a little more real, a little grittier.
Oh yeah, definitely a roller coaster.
Hmm.
I mean, going from corporate burnout to like trying all these different online business models, and then boom, affiliate marketing millionaire. Even retired his mom. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
awesome.
that's amazing.
But then there's that part where he was down to his last $500. That's kind of scary, right?
Yeah, no, it definitely shows you it's not just some overnight, get rich quick scheme.
Right, right.
But maybe before we get into all that, all the strategies and the success stories and the struggles, we should probably just start with the basics. What even is affiliate marketing?
Yeah, that's a good point. We got to make sure we're on the same page here,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I get the general idea. You promote someone else's product, someone buys it through your link, you get a cut. But is there a more, a more expert way to define it?
Well, Charlie Chang, he puts it like this. He says it's basically an arrangement where merchants, the companies selling stuff, pay commissions to people like us, the affiliates, for driving sales their way. You're like a digital matchmaker, basically,
Okay, yeah, I like that. The digital matchmaker.
connecting people with the products or services that they need. And actually, Charlie Chang uses that example of a camera lens. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Let's say, I don't know, you're like really into photography and you make this awesome video review about this specific lens, right? You talk about its features, the good stuff, the bad stuff, and maybe you show off some of the amazing photos you've taken with it. And then in the description, you include your affiliate link. And somebody watching your video is like, wow, I need that lens. This video is awesome. And they click the link, buy the lens. Boom, you get a commission from the merchant because you drove that sale.
So it's a win-win-win situation, right? The
Exactly.
merchant makes a sale, the affiliate, that's us,
Yeah.
earns some cash, and the customer gets a product they hopefully love.
Yeah, that's the ideal scenario.
That's pretty good so far.
But here's the thing, right? Affiliate marketing in 2025, it's not just about slapping some links on a website and hoping for the best. It's about, building a brand, creating content that's actually valuable and getting people to trust your recommendations.
Okay, and that's where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
And probably a little bit more challenging, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the internet is a very crowded place. How do you even, how do you stand out in all that noise?
Well, that's where choosing the right niche, picking your lane, that becomes super, super crucial. You can't be everything to everyone. It's just not possible. You
Yep.
got to focus on a specific area where you can actually, shine. And, that could be, something you're passionate about, something you're good at, or maybe even just a problem that you've solved that you think other people are struggling with.
So it's not just about picking a niche that you think is going to be, profitable,
Yeah.
but it's got to be something that you genuinely care about,
Mm,
that you can really speak to with, some authority.
totally.
Yeah.
Charlie Chang, he lists some the popular niches in his article, right? Like
Mhm.
finance, health and wellness, tech, all those things. But what's more important than just picking a hot niche is finding something where you can create content that people are actually going to connect with. You know what I mean?
Right, right. It's not just a quick buck. It's about building something sustainable, and building that trust with your audience.
Exactly. And that kind of leads us to the next big piece of the puzzle, which is finding the right programs to partner with.
Right, because there are tons of them out there. How do you know which ones are actually, good for you,
Yeah.
for your audience?
It goes back to authenticity, honestly.
Hmm.
Only promote products or services that you actually use, that you believe in, things you would recommend to a friend or family member. Charlie Chang actually stresses this a lot. He says, your enthusiasm, it's contagious.
That's true, yeah.
If you're genuinely excited about something, people can tell and they're more likely to trust you.
So do your research, basically. Don't just jump on whatever's trending.
Yeah, exactly. And look into the practical stuff too. What are the commission rates? Are they percentage based or is it a flat fee? What about cookie duration?
Cookie duration.
Yeah, that's how long, after someone clicks your link, they're still credited to you.
Oh, okay, okay.
So the longer the better, obviously, because it gives them more time to actually buy something. And then there's payment terms. How often do they pay you? Are there minimum thresholds? All that kind of stuff.
It sounds like choosing the right affiliate program is almost like it's like a whole research project in itself.
It can be, yeah. But trust me, that research, it pays off in the long run. Choosing the right programs, it's super important, both for like your credibility, but also your bottom line. And speaking of research, we should probably talk about some of the tools that are out there. You've got some notes here about like ChatGPT, Hostinger, even video editing software. Seems like you're already kind of exploring what's out there.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm a little overwhelmed. Like, it's cool that there are tools to help with all this stuff, content creation, website management. But where do you even start?
Well, funny you should mention ChatGPT because Charlie Chang, he actually recommends starting there, even if you're a complete beginner. He uses the free version just to brainstorm ideas for content or like outline his blog posts. Says it saves him a ton of time.
I've heard of ChatGPT, yeah.
Yeah.
It's that whole AI thing, right? Like, it can write for you, but isn't that, I don't know, kind of cheating?
It's a tool, just
Yeah.
like anything else. I mean, you wouldn't fault a carpenter for using a power saw instead of like sawing everything by hand, right?
True, true.
ChatGPT can help you, like, if you get writer's block, or it can help you come up with different angles for your content. You can even use it to, like, whip up a quick email sequence.
Okay, that actually makes sense. But you still have to bring your own, like, expertise and personality to it, right? You can't just rely on the AI to do everything for you.
Absolutely. Think of it like this. ChatGPT is your brainstorming buddy, not a ghostwriter.
Okay, I like that.
It can help you generate ideas, help you structure your content, but you still gotta, bring your own voice and your own insights to the table.
Got it. So what about website stuff? I've played around with building websites before, but it always felt so technical.
It used to be way more complicated, for sure. But nowadays, there are platforms like, Hostinger that make it super user-friendly, even for, like, total beginners.
Hostinger again. This is the second time we've mentioned them.
Yeah, well, both Charlie Chang and Aaron Shen actually recommend them specifically for newbies to affiliate marketing.
Okay.
They say it's affordable, easy to use, and has all the features you need to get started.
All right. Hostinger it is. So let's say, you figure out your niche, you found some awesome affiliate programs, you're messing around with ChatGPT, you've got your website up and running. Now what? How do you actually get people to see your content?
That's the million-dollar question, right? Because creating great content is only half the battle. You also need to figure out how to, as Charlie Chang puts it, drive traffic.
Traffic. Right.
And he breaks it down into three main strategies: websites, social media, and email marketing.
Okay. So websites, I get that. It's important to have your own website. But how do you make sure it actually shows up when people are searching for stuff related to your niche?
SEO.
SEO.
Search engine optimization. Basically, it means making sure your website is structured in a way that Google understands so that it ranks high in search results. Think of it this way. Google wants to give searchers the most relevant and valuable content, right? Your job is to convince Google that your website is the best answer to their search query.
So it's not just about stuffing your website with keywords then. It's about, like, creating content that's actually good, content that people will find useful.
Exactly. Keywords are still important, don't get me wrong. They help Google figure out what your content is about, but you got to use them naturally. Within, like, well-written content, informative content, engaging content.
Gotcha. Keywords is signpost, not spam.
Okay, what about social media? It seems like everyone and their dog is on TikTok or Instagram these days.
Social media is definitely powerful for reaching a wider audience. But as Charlie Chang points out, it's not just about getting any eyeballs on your content. It's about getting the right eyeballs, people who are actually interested in what you're talking about, the products that you're promoting. Okay, so how do you do that? How do you, like, target your social media efforts effectively?
Well, first of all, you have to choose the right platforms. Where does your target audience hang out? Are they on YouTube? Are they on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn?
So you don't need to be on every platform, just the ones where your people are.
Exactly. And then you got to create content that resonates with that specific audience.
What about, like, tips for creating content that stands out? Because, I mean, there's so much stuff on social media. It's like a constant fire hose of information.
Think visually. Eye-catching images, videos, even like those short animated graphics, those can really grab people's attention. And don't underestimate the power of storytelling. Share personal experiences, behind the scenes stuff, or even just funny anecdotes that relate to your niche.
So be engaging, be
Yeah.
relatable. Don't just like bombard people with sales messages
Right. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. And social media is a great way to build that kind of connection. Oh, and don't forget short form video.
like TikToks and Reels.
Exactly. Even Charlie Chang, he built his business mainly through blog posts, but even he's now creating TikToks and Reels to reach a wider audience.
It's like having your own little mini TV show, right?
Yeah,
Where you're the host and you're sharing your passion and your expertise with the world.
I like that. I like that analogy.
Okay, so we've got websites, social media. You also mentioned email marketing. I thought that was like a bit old school.
It might seem old school, but trust me, email is still incredibly effective, especially for affiliate marketing. Charlie Chang, he calls it building your tribe. You're creating a community of people who follow you, who are interested in what you have to say, and who trust your recommendations.
So it's not just about blasting out like promotional emails. It's about actually nurturing those relationships with your subscribers.
Exactly. Offer them valuable content, exclusive deals, give them really access to new products, maybe even just send them personal updates, make them feel like they're part of something special.
So we've got websites, social media, and email marketing. 3 powerful channels for driving traffic to your affiliate offers. But, and maybe this is just me, but it sounds like a lot of work. Are there any like time-saving tips or tricks that you've picked up from our sources?
Absolutely. Both Charlie Chang and Aaron Chen, they both really emphasize the importance of consistency. You got to set a realistic schedule for creating content and stick to it.
Even if it's just like one blog post a week or a couple of social media posts a day.
Even if it's just that, consistency is key for building momentum. It shows your audience that you're serious, that you're here to stay.
It's about showing up consistently and
Yeah.
building that trust over time.
Exactly. Oh, and another tip, don't be afraid to repurpose your content. Like you
Mhm.
could turn a blog post into a series of social media posts, for example.
Or use snippets from your videos in your emails.
Exactly. Get creative. Find ways to maximize the reach of your content without having to start from scratch every time.
So work smarter, not harder.
Precisely. And the last thing I'll say is don't be afraid to experiment. What works for one affiliate marketer might not work for another. Try different strategies, see what happens, track your results, figure out what resonates best with your audience. Find your own rhythm, build a business that works for you.
You know, it really seems like the key to all this is figuring out how to connect with people authentically. I mean, anyone can like put up a website or make some social media posts with links, but that doesn't necessarily mean people are going to trust you, right?
Oh, absolutely. Trust is like the foundation of affiliate marketing because, you're basically asking people to take your word for it, to believe that the products you're recommending are actually worth their money.
So how do you build that trust?
Yeah.
Especially, online where there's so much noise, so many people trying to get your attention.
Well, it goes beyond just like picking good products or being transparent about your affiliate links. It's about the whole like feeling you project as a brand, as a creator. Charlie Chang actually talks about this a lot in his article. He calls it building your personal brand moat.
A moat, like a castle moat.
Exactly. It's about creating something unique and defensible,
Mm.
something that sets you apart from all the other, castles in the kingdom.
I love that analogy. So how do you build a moat in the digital world?
It starts with being genuine. People can spot a fake a mile away, you know what I mean? Don't try to be someone you're not. Embrace your quirks, your humor, your unique perspective. Let your personality shine through in your content.
So it's not just about what you're recommending, it's about who you are as a person.
Exactly. Share your story, your struggles, your successes. People connect with real human experiences. And don't be afraid to show a little vulnerability. Nobody's perfect. And admitting your mistakes, it can actually make you more relatable, more trustworthy.
It's like that saying, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it, right? They
Yeah.
want to connect with your purpose, your passion, your reason for being in this space.
Exactly. And that actually brings us back to Aaron Chen's story. Remember how he was down to his last $500? That kind of struggle, it resonates with people. It shows that success isn't always a straight line, There are going to be ups and downs along the way.
Makes it more human, more relatable. People see that and they think, hey, if he can do it, maybe I can too.
Totally. And his story also highlights another important aspect of building trust, which is like walking the walk. He didn't just talk about affiliate marketing, he actually built a successful business. That kind of credibility, it speaks volumes.
So it's not enough to just talk the talk. You got to have the results to back it up.
Right. And that's where things like, testimonials, case studies, even sharing your income reports, that can come in handy. Not to brag or anything, but to provide social proof that what you're doing actually works.
It's like showing people the receipts. Look, this is what I've achieved, and here's how I did it.
Exactly. And that level of transparency, it not only builds trust, but it also inspires other people to take action. So it's a win-win.
Okay, so we've talked about authenticity, vulnerability, walking the walk, providing social proof. All those things are important for building trust. But what about dealing with negativity or skepticism?
Yeah.
Because let's face it, not everyone is going to believe in you or your recommendations.
True. You're always going to have some naysayers out there, people who are just like naturally skeptical of anything online.
So how do you deal with that without letting it, get you down?
Honestly, focus on the people who are receptive to your message. You can't please everyone, and trying to do so is just going to drain your energy.
It's about finding your tribe, right? The people who, like, resonate with your style, who trust your recommendation.
Exactly. And remember, a lot of times negativity, it comes from a place of like fear or insecurity. People who are quick to criticize, they're often just projecting their own doubts and limitations. So don't take it personally.
Right. See it as an opportunity to maybe educate them. Or if that doesn't work, just ignore them. Focus on the positive.
Choose your battles wisely.
Exactly. And, as your business grows, as you start to get more successful, the scrutiny, it's going to increase too. People will be watching your every move, waiting for you to slip up, looking for any reason to doubt your authenticity.
So how do you stay true to yourself, to your values, as your business scales?
It goes back to your why. Why are you doing this? What impact do you want to make? Having a clear purpose that's going to guide your decisions and help you stay grounded amidst all the noise and distractions.
It's like having a compass, right, to point you in the right direction even when the path gets a little bumpy.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to evolve, Your interests might change, your audience might grow, the market might shift. Be adaptable, be willing to learn and grow, and most importantly, just stay true to your core values. So it's not just about building a business, it's about building a legacy. Something you can be proud of, that reflects your values, and makes a positive impact on the world.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And I think that's a perfect note to end on. Affiliate marketing, it can be an incredibly rewarding journey, both financially and personally. But it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes work, it takes dedication, and it takes a genuine desire to help others.
It's about building something meaningful, something that goes beyond just making a sale. It's about connecting with people, sharing your passion, and making a positive impact on the world, one recommendation at a time.
Exactly. And hey, maybe you'll even be able to retire your mom someday.
That's the dream. All right, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of affiliate marketing. We hope you found it valuable, and we'll catch you next time.